picturean nyo. Saan nyo sa mga picture?
Ay.
Kawawa makakita.
Ayaw mag...
Uwi na kayo, may pa-KFC kami. Ingat.
Tulad sa Boracay, ay talaga namang kikita ang Boracay natin. Palawan. Dapat ganyan mga mindset natin eh. You know what I'm saying? Kung hindi, translate mo sa Google. Pucha, namiss ko yung gantong moment eh. Yung hinihingal-hingal pa ako eh. No? Salita ka na sa charot mo ako, puta. Sorry naman sa'yo, nakatoko ka oh. Kaya Ray Mora. Pagbigyan mo na ako. Ayaw mo yata ako magsalita eh. O gusto mo, timing na lang ako. Hindi naman pa pwede yung buhay po eh. Ang dami kong naipon na gusto sabihin. Tapos ngayon, patatahimigin mo ako. Anong karapatan mo? Sige nga, bigyan mo ako ng papeles. O anong karapatan mo? Di pa din pala nagbago, Lord.
Yari. Ay, bro.
Hindi naman. Nagbago. Nagbago naman tayo eh. Ha? Nagbago na tayo ng konti. Hindi natin masabi. Pag talagang magbabago tayo ng pupuntahan na mental yan. Shoutout Lods, Kamis, good shit, sa'yo. What's up sa'yo, Bautista? Sumalinog. Mukhang ganyan eh, mukhang yan, hinihilig ang itlog ko. What's up sa'yo, Dexter? Kamusta napit mo? Okay na yun, puro pa rin kakagawa eh. Pero alam niyo naman tayo, di naman tayo nami-personal talaga eh. Kung alam niyo kaya alam niyo naman tayo eh. Tayo So dito na tayo, tama, sa sweet.
Match found.
They have no idea how heartless I am.
So ayan mga tama, and ito yung dala natin mula sa ano. Ayan o. Dinala ko yung iba kasi sayang naman, di ba? Manghinaan lang din ako eh. Baka, ang malay mo. Magustuhan ng mga pamangkin natin basahin yan, di ba? May ilaw na, alam ko eh. Ay anak ng towa, wala pa. Wala. Ay buha! Ay anak ng towa, wala pa rin wala. Ay buha! Hey, what's up, ha? Nagmamalinis eh, no? Pero syempre, malinis na tayo. Okay. Tamang nilala masyado. Huwag niyong gawin masyado, ha? Konti-konti lang. Konti-konti lang, mga tama. Ikaw pa eh. So, dito na tayo, mga tama. Ayan.
Spike rush.
Oh, I'm hungry. Anyone hungry? Lunch on Brimstone after this.
Press po kayo, mga tama. O, kaya ninyo. O, press 1 nga. Press 99 at 1, o.
Here. Good attempt.
Cutting their vision.
My ultimate is ready.
Still intact.
Puta, nagkaka-crush talaga. Ano ba akong gagawin? Ang pangat mo, Valorant. Ang kwenta.
30 seconds left. Switching
Everyone, note down
sides.
your observations, then let's run it again.
Yo, what's wrong with Valorant?
Someone's in defender spawn.
Last player standing. Flawless. Match point.
Only as good as their skill. And there, we have some beat.
Forward! Turret out. Here.
There.
Turret down.
Get out of my way!
Many enemies A. Boom! Colorful kill.
Spike planted.
Cutting their vision. Cutting their vision.
Fire in the hole!
Last player standing.
Satchel out. Impressive wiring.
Attackers win.
Ayoko na. Ina, bakit ka ba din ng Valorant? Ito yung ibang game.
all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. I need the energy, all the way up. Come from the bottom now, I'm blowing up. I need the energy, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. I need the energy, all the way up. Come from the bottom now, I'm blowing up. I need the energy, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball. DA, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. The Warriors.
And I love, David, how he is always hungry for wins and competition. Thank you. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bledsoe as the off guard. Adams at center with Jackson next to him. And it's Brooks in at the three, the small forward. And for the Warriors. And the old core of this team out there, Curry and Clay as guards with Draymond at four. Wiggins is out there with Weissman. You know, Steve, you look around the league, a couple teams already suffering injuries, testing that depth early on.
And Kevin, because they came into the season with high hopes, it's really a test of their mental resolve as well.
And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. Morant finds Adams. Weissman with the rebound. Wiggins passes to Green. At balls, nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Muscling that one up. Draymond also with the great body control.
And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And Adams kicks to Brooks. Morant scanning the floor. And the rejection by Curry. That's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile one block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. It's a three-point game.
And Smitty, he's not that flashy about it, but Curry remains one of the elite ball handlers of all time.
Stephen Curry is efficient on how he uses his dribble. Great composure when pressured in traffic, and sometimes he will show off those skills.
And here's Morant after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Stolen by Brooks. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it, the fast break chance. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
That's his first.
And the muscle from Adams there, able to take the hit and still finish off the shot.
And the intensity Steven Adams brings onto the court with him is obvious. He doesn't let the game come to him. He wants to dictate tempo.
And Greg, that's a quality that served him well. He had a lot to prove when he came into this league. He had to be assertive early on. That attitude has never left him. He still is an intimidator.
Now here's Curry. And Curry throws it down hard.
This is what Steph gives you. The sizzle and the steak. The highlights and the plays where he just grinds it out.
How about that strong defensive performance for this half's mobile one block?
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Adams down low. He's covered by Weissman. Grizzlies have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Moody's checked in for Curry.
You know, guys, a fun fact about Steven Adams. He was the first New Zealander to ever get picked in the first round of the draft, and he continues to represent his home country well.
Here's Morant, following the basket by Draymond Green. Adams.
Inside, Steven Adams is always ready for battle, getting the shot off despite the foul.
This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
He hits the second from the line. The Warriors have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Here's Moody. And Adams sends it back.
Look at Adams using all of his impressive reach, firmly swatting that shot away.
That's tipped. Stolen by Brooks. Here's Morant. Green with the block. And he recovers it. And Wiggins with the basket on the assist from Green.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
The Grizzlies trail by 8. Here's Morant. And finish off by Morant.
A guy who can lull you to sleep and then burst right past you. Ja Morant on the attack.
Wiggins outside. And another 3 for Golden State.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that. Andrew Wiggins solid when he goes at the rim. Can slice through a defense, adjust to get that shot off from any angle.
Kevon Looney is checked in for the Warriors. Bielitsa comes in for Draymond Green. That one misses for Wiggins.
And for Wiggins, you want him to attack more often.
Greg, when Andrew Wiggins is settling, the defense is winning. He knows how to draw fouls, and when you have an aggressive Andrew Wiggins, it's a good one.
Here's Thompson, following the basket by Kyle Anderson. The shot by Thompson, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Stolen by Thompson. It's Bielitsa, and the dunk by Bielitsa.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
So it's the Grizzlies now. The Warriors making the shot.
In the first 2.
Here's Jones. Rebound by Bielitsa.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
And the dunk by Bielitsa.
He's been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Now here's Jones. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Count it.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
The Warriors making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. To the paint. Here's Conchar. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. 1:09 left to play here in the first. Down low. Here's Tillman. And he slams it one-handed.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Now here's Anderson. And it's Looney with the rebound.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
And you wonder how long they can keep it going. At some point, you expect the defense will adjust.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Tipped away. Iguodala with the steal. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. It's deflected. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
The 3 ball. And so it's the Golden State Warriors going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll return shortly. And one of the better young two-way big men in the...
Probably be more of a backline help.
Now with his 7'4" wingspan, Jackson has all the tools to be an elite rim protector.
But advanced understanding of positioning. His father was an NBA player, so he's been taught the game from a young age.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
Their passing has been excellent here early. A lot of their baskets coming off an assist. That should set a great tone for the rest of the game.
And that's what's created a rhythm for them offensively. That's also why you see them knocking down that mid-range jump shot.
On the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. We've got Tyus Jones, and it's Tillman in at the 5 down low. Now here's Jones. Knocked loose. There's the pass to Bing. Shoots from 12. No good there. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. We want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
It was a total team effort in terms of passing the baton to the guy that's hot.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis, fresh from a win against Portland.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
They knew that the arena would be rocking. And if they could execute well on the offensive end, they knew they could quiet down this hostile crowd.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. James Wiseman, he's checked in for Looney, and Draymond Green's subbed in for Moody. Now here's Jackson. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Jackson's got his first points in this one. And Steve, the differences between the regular season and playoff basketball. Break them down for us.
You know, Kevin, it's a higher level of intensity, and execution is a must. It's also hard to prepare for the playoffs until you've experienced it.
And here's Jackson after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Jackson passes to Brooks. It's Morant in the corner with the drive. Right over James Wiseman and slams it in.
As creative as they come, John Morant has a style that's specifically his.
There's the lob to Jackson, and the rejection by Iguodala. Adams' shot is good. Warriors leading by 13. Brooks for 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
So many teams are loading up on big wings who can shoot it. Dylan Brooks, he fits that bill.
Took him no time at all on that one. Curry's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Gradually starting to put pressure on this defense. That's his second from downtown this quarter. 3 for the game.
Morant outside. Here's Jackson, and the layup's good off the glass. Jackson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
With the ball in his hands, Ja draws so much defensive attention. Got his teammate a clean look.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul. And Greg, you faced some exceptional point guards during your time in the league. But who is the toughest matchup for you when you play?
Oh, man, you know, John Stockton was always one of the most difficult. But in a weird way, not because I worried about him scoring on me. It was because I had to defend his ability to make people better. And that was always a challenge. And don't forget about the great Penny Hardaway. I mean, at 6'8", that was a nightmare to deal with. And my personal all-time favorite, Isaiah Thomas, who was as good as anybody's ever been. at that lead guard position.
And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. And the dunk by Bielitsa.
Keeping his head up at all times. Curry sees his teammate break free.
And here's Moran. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Trailing by 13. Brooks. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. To the inside. It's stolen by Adams. And it's Memphis on the break. Bledsoe's running. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
A phenomenal defensive talent. Steven Adams knows how to position himself to steal the ball.
And Bielitsa kicks to Thompson. Curry passes to Green. Golden State moving the ball around from the arc. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Green. Curry's got 11 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Got a piece of it. Inside, here's Morant. And he makes good on the layup. Morant's got 6 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Fans, and honestly, sometimes even us broadcasters especially can overlook defense, Steve, especially when it comes to guards.
It's hard to spot great defensive guards, but Eric Bledsoe, Kevin, is certainly one of those guys. Very strong on the ball. He's been a first-team all-defensive member. Remember, back in 2019-20 season, Bledsoe was a key part of the Bucks' D, which was first in the league in team defensive rating.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year, but overall, two teams that were very similar in the standings.
Some changes for Golden State. Looney comes in for Wiseman. And Andrew Wiggins is sub in for Green. Pass to Curry. And Curry with the stop.
An explosion of points tonight for Steph. He's been having fun and smiling. Not the case for the defense.
Here's Bain. And Thompson sends it back. That's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. .43 seconds left in the first half of the game. Count that bucket. Warriors leading by 13. Pass to Curry. From deep three-point range. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Terrific work inside from Looney. He continues to get more comfortable down there.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Dubs.
And that one falls for Looney. The Grizzlies trail by 16. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And pushing it up is Golden State Warriors again in transition.
The incredible hand-eye coordination of Steph Curry shows up in his dribbling, but also when he's out there stealing the rock.
23 seconds left in the second quarter.
Gotta run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Here's Anderson. Softly drops in the floater. Anderson's got 6.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
It's an improving skill for Wiggins, moving the ball, but he's focused on improving that aspect of his skill set.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
One shot.
Free throw no good for Curry. Outside, Jones takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the way up. Jones has got his second bucket of the night.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And I'm going to give him a lot of credit because he saw what he was up against and he was undeterred.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors, and he continues to torment them from three-point range. A total of 5 threes for him in the game now. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Andrew, the energy and effort were apparent throughout that first half. How were you able to do it?
We had a good practice, working hard, really putting things together. Keep doing that, we can come out with a W.
Hey, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 25 points, 3 steals, and 2 assists. And he wasn't himself in that last contest, but tonight, he's really turned it around. Taking a look at the Warriors. Kenny, what'd you think?
Their passing was clearly superior in the first half. They were playing a team game, not one-on-one basketball. Good player movement, good ball movement, and they have a healthy lead to show.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
Well, they were playing like it was Christmas, Ernie. Giving up a lot of turnovers. There's no excuses for the turnover numbers, sloppy ball handling. They look out of control, and the execution was all over the place.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. It's an 18-point game. And the old core of this team out there, Curry and Clay as guards with Draymond at 4. James Wiseman's out there with Andrew Wiggins. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
I like this play. Good teamwork. You don't want to force Morant to do everything himself.
And after suffering that knee injury in the bubble back in 2020, Jackson worked his way back, Steve.
That's always one of the toughest parts of the game, dealing with serious injury when you're young. They're hoping he can remain healthy because he's a foundational piece moving forward.
Stolen by Thompson. There's the triple. Another 3 for Golden State.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
The Grizzlies trail by 21. At the elbow, it's Jackson. And Adams with the slam.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor. You don't come across them that often.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Memphis basketball.
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Adams outside. He dishes it to Brooks. Over Wiggins.
And have to love that tenaciousness there by Wiggins. He has all the tools to be a great defender.
Count the basket. Wiggins has got 7.
And coming out of halftime, coach said they wanted to start fast. How's 4 for 4?
On the wing, Jackson. Offensive rebound. Adams. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. That's on James Wiseman.
I mean, one of the hardest workers in the league. Adams has done a great job of refining his offensive skill set.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game. He misses the free throw. That one is no good. On offense, here are the Warriors. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going, and they pick up 2.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now here's Morant. He's got 9, and they get it back.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
Here's Curry. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Klay Thompson.
At the line for the Dubs, Stephen Curry, shooting 1.
The free throw drops for Curry.
I love that Curry can dominate without the height, the vertical. It all comes down to high basketball IQ and skill.
Now here's Morant. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. Curry against Morant. Curry kicks to Green. Wiggins trying to free himself by Stephen Curry.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Iguodala with the steal. For the finish. And Curry throws it down.
Lock up D from Iggy, keeping his hands active there.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the 3rd quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Morant dishes to Bledsoe. To the middle, trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Can they get it? The shot, no good. Great D that time from Green. Here's Wiseman, and finished off by Wiseman.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
Here's Adams. The Warriors making the shot. Jackson misses. Kicks it out to Iguodala. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Iguodala's got his 2nd basket of the night. And you talk about how important a situation can be for a rookie. Wiseman came into an ideal one.
He did, Kevin. You talk about a kid getting coached up advice from multiple Hall of Famers. James Wiseman was also willing to listen, and he made the most of it. That shows how much a team's culture matters.
Kuminga's come in for the Warriors. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Tillman, he's checked in for Adams. Anderson comes in for Dylan Brooks. And it's Bain in for Eric Bledsoe. Now here's Jackson. Anderson outside. 5 on the clock. They get the rebound. Jackson misses.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
One-on-one here. All alone. Bain, no good.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And the Warriors with some changes. Looney's checked in for Green. Bielitsa comes in for Kuminga. Moody's subbed in for Stephen Curry. Konchar's checked in for the Grizzlies. Jones comes in for Morant. .131 left in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Moody. Here's Looney. From deep, Iguodala. The pass to Bielitsa. Back to Iguodala. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Buries it from 3-point range. Iguodala's got 6 points in the quarter.
their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Tillman. Knocks it loose. Outside, Jones. To end the drought. And the basket is good.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
Golden State's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Got that bucket in no time at all. Iguodala's got 9 points here in the second half. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Passes it to Moody. Launches a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Here's Looney.
Yeah, and ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Third team foul.
Here's Conchar. Off the inbound, no good.
Look, that's in his range, but he had a defender right up in his chest.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be right back after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. We've got Williams, and it's Tillman in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Defensive foul.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Anytime you get as many points from the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going.
And also, their mid-range game has been impressive. A tough shot to rely upon, but they really had it going tonight.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Poole bounce pass. And Greg, with recent legal results, more opportunities now for compensation for college athletes. Do you like it?
I do. I mean, there's enough money going around. I don't have a problem with the athletes getting a share, especially with the amount of time and effort and energy they have to commit. Let's take care of the guys. Let them enjoy the collegiate experience.
McDermott's checked in for Bain. Now here's Jones, guarded by Poole. Tillman passes to Concho. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Pass to Moody. And here's Poole for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Poole's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You just can't afford to leave open shooters in this league. Everyone is practicing the 3.
Here's Concho. And Looney sends it back. Shot clock at 5. Here's Concho. Here's Tillman. Well, it was only a matter of time that they finally get the bucket.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
And Poole gets it to go.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now here's Jones. He's guarded closely, and it's blocked, and they're able to recover. Tillman passes to Jones. He kicks it to McDermott. No good from outside. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Moody, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket. Grizzlies have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. They get a hand on it. Poole with the steal. It's Bielitsa, and the dunk by Bielitsa.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And the Warriors with some changes. Wiseman's checked in for Looney, and Kuminga's subbed in for Bielitsa. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Doubled by Lee. McDermott passes to Williams. Here's Merrill. Back to Williams. Here's Adams. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Here's Conchar. Good, great play by Williams to set it up.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
Most teams now are looking to play with pace. No better way to ignite the break than off a turnover.
Here's Poole to the wing right side. Moody the pass to Poole. Lets it go from 14. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Poole's got 9 points now in just the second half. Now the pass to Merrill. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Outside Williams, 6 to shoot. And there's the drive. And it's Williams with the jam.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
Here's Conchar. He's covered by Wiseman. Here's Merrill. And a miss there on the triple. Warriors have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. Wiseman finds Poole. Lee outside. All right, Greg, I'm going to put you on the spot. Who do you think right now has the best backcourt in the NBA?
Oh, my goodness. I mean, so many terrific backcourts to choose from. You know, Phoenix has got to be in that conversation with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. But I'll tell you what, with the Splash Brothers healthy and back at it, it's just hard to beat that combination. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over. And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance
for Stephen Curry.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And here are the Grizzlies now. The Warriors making the shot. Basket counts.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Now, here's Poole. Tight defense on him. And he converts the layup.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Looney passes to Poole. Shakes him. And it's Golden State with another.
Impressive job by the players coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
Poke loose. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.
Ball up convention, free admission.
Ulit. Control panel. Delete natin yung Vanguard. Where's that Vanguard? Valorant. Vanguard. Where's Vanguard? Wait, Vanguard. Valorant. Ayaw talaga.